2024 is shaping up to be a great year for horror movies. We've got films that will make you shiver uncontrollably, and ones you definitely shouldn't watch alone. So, if you're looking for bloody horror or the scariest movies of this year, you're in the right place. Without wasting any more time, here are the top 10 horror movies of 2024. Get your popcorn ready, and let's go.
Casting shadows. Got so much to prove.
Number 10, A Quiet Place.
It's a service cat.
A Quiet Place, Day 1, is a prequel to the popular A Quiet Place movie series, which debuted in 2018 and continued in 2020 with Emily Blunt, Cillian Murphy, and John Krasinski in starring roles. The film explores the early stages of the alien attacks on New York City and their subsequent spread around the world. To fully appreciate and understand this movie, I highly recommended to watch A Quiet Place from 2018 and its sequel from 2020. The A Quiet Place series is popular worldwide for its successful storytelling and intense horror scenes. Watching these movies will make you love horror movies again. Number 9, Night Swim. Night Swim is a fantasy horror movie that centers around the life of Ray Waller. Ray has 2 children and a wife, and after being diagnosed with a degenerative illness, he is forced to quit his baseball career and retire early to focus on his health. To find happiness and comfort for his family, Ray decides to buy a new house, hoping the backyard swimming pool will be a source of fun for his family and provide physical therapy for himself. However, a dark secret from the home's past soon unleashes a malevolent force that drags the family into the depths of inescapable terror. Night Swim is a creepy, frightful film about survival. The movie is packed with jump scare scenes that will keep you on the edge of your seat. If you want to fully experience the chills and thrills, watch it alone at night. Number 8, The First Omen. If you are looking for a supernatural horror movie, you are definitely going to love The First Omen. It's a smart, crafty, and artfully made horror film. The story begins with an American woman who often questions her own faith and is sent to Rome to serve the church. Soon enough, she discovers a terrifying conspiracy about the birth of the devil incarnate in Rome. The movie delivers a well-written story, good scary scenes, and impressive performances from the actors. If you love supernatural themes and horrific scenes, this movie is for you. Watching this movie alone at night will give you unforgettable chills. Number 7, Abigail.
Guys.
Abigail is a horror thriller film. The story follows a group of would-be criminals who kidnap the 12-year-old daughter of a powerful underworld figure and hold her for ransom in an isolated mansion. They think everything is going according to the plan, but they are unaware that the girl is actually a bloodthirsty vampire. When they discover this, they try to fight for survival, but they are unprepared for Abigail's incredible power. Eventually, they realize they made a mistake fighting her and do everything they can to run away and survive. The movie showcases well-done horror scenes and impressive visuals featuring Abigail. I definitely recommend watching this movie alone if you enjoy unpredictable horror and bloody scenes. Number 6, Imaginary.
Behind you.
Imaginary is a jump scare horror movie that tells the story of a young child who befriends a bear toy. Although the child's family, including the mother, initially thinks it's normal for kids to play with toys, Things take a dark turn when the mother discovers a list created by the child under the influence of the bear toy. The list contains disturbing tasks like hurting herself and those who are around her. Soon, the mother hires a therapist to talk to her child and understand why she's behaving this way. When the child reveals that she got the motivation from the bear toy, no one takes it seriously, dismissing it as an imaginary friend. However, they soon realize that it's not an imaginary friend, but a real paranormal entity that has taken over the bear. The movie showcases incredibly scary scenes that will definitely make you jump out of your seat. I highly recommend not watching this movie alone. The best way to enjoy it is to go to the cinema and watch it on a big screen. Number 5. Smile 2. If you loved the first movie Smile, you are definitely going to like the second part too. Smile 2 is a horror mystery movie. The story starts with global pop sensation Sky Riley, who is about to embark on a new world tour. Soon enough, she begins to experience increasingly terrifying and inexplicable events when people with eerie smiles on their faces try to hurt or terrify her. Overwhelmed by the escalating horrors in her life and the pressures of it on her fame, she decides to confront her dark past in order to regain control of her life before it spirals out of control. The movie is full of scary scenes, and Sky Riley desperately tries to survive. It's worth mentioning that this movie is actually inspired by Laura Hasn't Slept, so don't miss it. And if you haven't watched the first part of Smile, go watch it first. Then come back to watch the second part. You are definitely going to love it. Number 4. I Saw the TV Glow.
I don't want to alarm you. Do you remember a TV show we used to watch together? It was called...
I Saw the TV Glow is a horror drama movie. The story begins when a classmate introduces a teenager named Owen to a mysterious horror TV show. The show depicts a version of a supernatural world existing beneath their own. When Owen sees the pale glow on the television, his view of reality begins to crack. This movie is somewhat reminiscent of Late Night with the Devil. The visuals in this film are quite stunning, and the acting is fairly good. Although the movie is similar to Late Night with the Devil, it has a refreshing story. I must mention that it's not a jump scare type of movie, but the depressive and supernatural scenes are well done and will definitely dazzle you. It's a fun movie to watch, especially with your friends and family members. Number 3. The Strangers, Chapter 1.
Is Tamara here?
No?
I think you have the wrong home.
Casting shadows.
The Strangers Chapter 1 is a frightful, horrific, and classic horror movie. The story begins when a young couple's car breaks down in a small town, forcing them to spend the night in a remote cabin. It doesn't take long before someone knocks on their door. Panic ensues as they are stopped and terrorized by 3 masked strangers who chop and kill with no mercy and no apparent motive, other than their own bloodthirsty desires. The Strangers Chapter 1 is a solid horror film with a promising start, offering thrills and suspense. The movie promises shocking scenes, intense fights, and a desperate struggle for survival. I highly recommend watching this movie alone if you want to feel absolutely terrified. Number 2. In a Violent Nature. In a Violent Nature, as the name suggests, the film is full of violent and bloody death scenes. It's a harrowing, ominous, and horrific movie. The story revolves around a group of teens who take a locket from a collapsed fire tower in the forest. Without realizing it, they resurrect the rotting corpse of Johnny, a vengeful spirit driven by a horrific 60-year-old crime. The undead killer embarks on a bloody rampage to retrieve the stolen locket. methodically slaughtering anyone who gets in his way. In a Violent Nature is not just a slasher film, it's a statement. The movie showcases a bloody killer who does not accept apologies and kills everyone who crosses his path. Overall, it's a film that understands the genre's roots and sticks to them. Just remember one thing: you should not watch this movie alone. Before we reveal our first peek, let's look at some honorable mentions. And don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell icon. Arcadane.
Wait! Sorry, I lost track of time!
Are we safe?
Yes.
They're traveling up from underneath us.
They'll break in any second. You need to trust me.
Lisa Frankenstein.
You hear that?
I'm sure it's the girl next door. She's very odd.
Bloodline Killer.
The killer is still at large.
I missed Dad.
We're not meant to suffer alone, so keep going.
Still trying to get to the bottom of what happened.
Dancing Village. The curse begins. Sting.
You called about the noises in your walls, right?
Immaculate.
God save me for searching for what that reason is.
Number 1. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2.
It's as if the earth itself was allowing this.
Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2 is a massive upgrade from the first Blood and Honey film. It is a creepy B-type horror movie. The story is amazing. Winnie the Pooh, Piglet, Owl, and Tigger take their fight to the town of Ashdown, leaving a bloody trail of death and mayhem in their wake. The acting is phenomenal, especially Ryan Oliva as Winnie the Pooh. This movie features more deaths than the first one and has better CGI. In conclusion, the movie definitely feels like close to a B-type horror movie. Winnie the Pooh delivers incredible and unpredictable bloody deaths to his enemies. It's that kind of horror movie that will make you jump out of your seat. I definitely recommend watching it with a friend or family member, because watching it alone, especially at night, will terrify you.